Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Would the audience please stand and welcome the American Fork High School faculty and graduating class of 2025.
Graduates, good afternoon and welcome. My name is Carly Havili, and I am the student body president. It will be my pleasure to conduct the graduation ceremony today. The seniors seating on the stand include this year's student body officers, Sterling Scholars, academic high honor students, AP capstone completers, and special guests participating in today's program. We would like to recognize the mayor of American Fork, Brad Frost and his wife Jody, as well as other district representatives, Superintendent Dr. Jane Farnsworth, Doug Webb, Eric Woodhouse, and board member Sarah Beeson, who are seated on the stand. We will open our ceremony with the national anthem sung by Cambria Hassler. Afterwards, go Cambria! Afterwards, we will hear from our student body officers, including myself, Abigail Combs, Madeline Sell, and our salutatorian, Bryson Moyes.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. There is power in moments. That is what I was told my first day of high school by my A1 teacher. At the time, my initial thought sophomore year was, yes, there is power in moments. Because all I felt was bone-deep fear that one of the large 6-foot-tall senior football players were gonna accidentally step on me. However, over the course of our high school experience, I've come to realize that the power of moments is far beyond individual anxieties and momentary existential crises, but rather in the moments we're able to share together. Moments in a student section, linked up shoulder to shoulder, screaming at the top of our lungs, storming basketball courts and football fields after wins, and going on in-and-out adventures afterwards. The moment when we universally fail a test and have to come in collectively to beg for mercy from our saintly teachers. Or going to a high school dance and leaving the mosh pit covered in sweat that you aren't entirely sure is all yours. But beyond these large-scale, school-wide moments, it's the moments that we share with one another that's much stronger. It's the little connections and interactions that sometimes impact a person more than anything else. Throughout my high school experience, particularly in the last year serving as student body president, my main focus has been to build personal connections with everyone in the student body. Over the past year, I have been continually astonished and inspired by every single person I have come across. Whether it's the resilience to bounce back from insurmountable odds, the tenacity to show up to practices day after day, or simply those who have the ability to lift up those around them, regardless of things going on in their own lives. For the past 3 years, we have been each other's moments. Maybe it's the time a friend remembered your name, or the time you were invited to go out to lunch for the first time with the friend group you now have. All of these ordinary moments, in reality, are the basis of many in the high school experience. For me, my moment was when I was invited to make grilled cheese by an acquaintance after a football game. As small and inconsequential as that moment seemed, it ended up being the kickstart to friendships I wouldn't have had otherwise. That is the power of moments. Now, on this last day of high school, take a second, look around, feel this moment. We made it here. Our moments at dear old AF High may be coming to a close, but the connections we've made along the way don't have to. So, as we take a step across the stage to collect diplomas, move our tassels, and thus conclude this chapter, go out, create your moments.
Let's go back to the end of our freshman year. Think of how we were feeling. After the summer is over, we are going to a completely new place, entering at the bottom of the food chain. We were all excited, but kind of scared to start something new. We started thinking of how we were going to leave a mark, how we were going to leave a legacy. We started off strong with state championships, high test scores, and making new friends, and some of us even becoming best friends with our teachers and principals. Then, junior year hit, and it felt like summer lasted 1 week. But we were back, getting ready for AP tests and the ACT. It felt like the year would never end, but halfway through, you realize it's halfway over. It was starting to feel like it was our time to grow, our time to reach out, our time to get out of our comfort zones, our time to talk to those people in the halls who we might never see again. And of course, we kept up our state championships, like our first girls track and field state championship in over 30 years. Our first boys soccer state championship in many years. Shout out to the boys who just made us very proud and took home another state championship just over an hour ago. And many, many more. We raised over $30,000 for families in need, and our school spirit was unmatched. We were the school people were afraid of playing against because we were that good. Now, it's our senior year. We feel like high school will never end. But in a blink of an eye, it's January. We try slamming on our brakes, but it just keeps getting faster. Like exactly what our driver instructors told us not to do. Sorry. Remember that basketball game where Kale Flinders made the buzzer-beating shot that won us the game? Or when our marching band went to Grand Nationals, making it to finals and scoring the highest out of any high school in the west of the United States ever? All of that was 6 months ago. And we can't forget our boys swim team that made us very proud and took home a state championship title too. We have accomplished so many amazing things this year, and they all feel like they were just yesterday. We start feeling proud. Proud to be a caveman. Proud that we were a part of the wins and even the losses. Proud that we took home 3 state championship titles in 1 day. Shout out to Coach Herod and Coach Meyer for taking their tennis and track and field teams to the very top. We made history that day. We all start wanting to go to every school dance or any other event, even preference where the boys' bathrooms were outside in the parking lot. We start hanging out with our friends more and more because soon half of us will be in other countries, at college, or just too busy to have free time because we are adults. our brains start to replay the last 3 years, all of the ups and downs. But ultimately, we feel glad that we got to be here. Even though it was so hard, we feel a sense of identity and accomplishment. We are cavemen, and we will always be cavemen. The class of 2025 is the Red. We are the Red. And we respect the Red, and we will forever represent the Red. So, take pride in being a caveman and go on to make American Fork proud of you. Dear old AF High, yes, we will love you till we die. We will fly our banners high, and we will always fight for AF High. Love you, cavemen.
I think we can all agree that if our parents let us sleep through first period every morning, or if the admin didn't end our conversations in the halls, we would all be cooked. So, I think we need to thoroughly thank our amazing families and teachers for getting us to where we are today, because we truly would not be here without them. Our families and our teachers have both been there since day one. They all know us so well in very different aspects that I wish they could all see both sides. Like our teachers, will never get to see our water game side. They will never know the crazy things our families went through, even though they didn't sign up for it. Shout out to the families who protected their kids from getting their houses raided with water guns. And also bigger shout out to the families that didn't protect their kids. The ones that came in clutch, leading Blake Rupert's Master Blasters team to becoming the 2024 Water Games champions. And our families, they will never see our stalling to go to class side. We all know exactly who to find in the halls when we don't want to go to class. And that would be Mr. Cole Perry. Every time you start a conversation with Perry in the halls, you are bound to be late to class due to him forgetting about his job and being fully engaged in the conversation you had with him, whether it was sincere or just an excuse from the beginning. They also will never understand how much our teachers care and all the things they did for us. Staying after school or coming in early to help us redo our tests, checking up on us when they were worried about us, or letting us come in for flex just to talk. Our families and our teachers have seen us at our highest of highs and our lowest of lows. They have been there for everything, and they have been our support systems our whole lives. They weren't just the people who raised us or the people that educated us. They have been examples to us, people who genuinely care. It doesn't matter who it was, we can all think of someone who made our high school experience a little bit better just by being a part of it. Now, as we step in this next phase of our lives, it is our turn to be that support for someone else, to be that kind of person that lifts others up just as so many have done for us. To all of you who have helped us get here today, thank you. Without you, we wouldn't have the confidence to become who we are today, and we wouldn't be the people we are today. Because of you, we will know how to be that support for everyone else, or else our future generation would be cooked. Again, thank you.
Good afternoon, class of 2025. Before I start, I would like to thank everyone who has helped us make it to this momentous occasion. Thank you to our teachers and faculty for changing our lives for the better. Thank you to our friends and family. We're so grateful for the part you've played in making us who we are today. And to my fellow seniors, thank you for everything you have taught me throughout our time in school. Isn't it crazy how long we've been at school? We've spent 12 long years learning in classrooms, not even counting kindergarten or preschool. We're only 17 and 18. Our parents throw us into school as soon as they can, so it's no wonder that it's scary to be graduating. The only thing we've ever known is school. But a lot has changed since we started school. Back in kindergarten, we spent our time in recess running around and playing games. Our lessons involved coloring pages, puzzles, and a lot of glue sticks. Back then, the math could be done on our fingers, and reading time meant picture books, not Wuthering Heights and Pride and Prejudice. But we didn't stay little kindergartners. We had to grow up. And as we grew up, we grew out of a lot of things. Like many of you, I'm very used to getting hand-me-down clothes. Sometimes I received hand-me-downs that were a little too big, but over time, I grew into them. Just like these hand-me-downs, during our time in high school, we have grown into our character. We've decided what we value most and what we aspire to do in life. We've built our persona. Our persona is the part of our character that we share with other people. It's the most malleable part of our character. We get to decide how we portray ourselves to others. My message to you today is to be purposeful in building your character. Work towards creating a persona of the person you aspire to be, and then grow into it. I personally aspire to be a hard worker and a caring person who always helps people in need. I want to be a leader, a listener, and someone who can be trusted to do what is right. Some of these descriptors fit me better than others, but like my hand-me-downs, I'll grow into them. Now is one of the best times in our lives to reinvent ourselves. As we transition from high school to whatever lies beyond, we have the opportunity to leave behind aspects of our character that we dislike. Utilize this opportunity to build your character. It may feel disingenuous to wear a persona that doesn't quite fit you, but of course it doesn't fit you yet. It's still a few sizes too big. You'll grow into it. Make goals that will help you to become that person, and as you do, you'll see your character grow to match your persona. Well, seniors, we've finally made it. We're ready to take the next big steps in our lives. As we go into this new adventure, I hope we will all try to reinvent ourselves. Present yourself as the person you want to become, and you'll find that as you wear that persona, you'll grow into it. We may not be who we want to be today, but I know we can get there. Congratulations once again, class of 2025. I can't wait to see where our story takes us. Thank you.
We will now have a musical number, America the Beautiful, performed by American Fork High School Marching Band. Following the musical number, we will have the pleasure from hearing from our valedictorian, Catherine Leach. After her remarks, we will hear from our principal, Glon, and our board member, Sarah Beeson.
2,000 people had come to hear Maria João Pires perform Mozart's Piano Concerto in D minor. As the orchestra hit the first note, Maria jolted as if from an electric shock. As the spotlight rested on her, the orchestra raced toward her cue. Maria buried her head in her hands. Frantically, she whispered to the conductor. He smiled as he continued directing the orchestra and said, "I'm sure you can do it, and you can do it well." Maria had a good reason to be concerned. Because of miscommunication, she had come prepared to perform Mozart's Piano Concerto in A major, not his concerto in D minor. How could she play the 25-minute piece from memory when she hadn't played it for nearly a year? How could the conductor smile with such confidence? Soon, we, the American Fork High 2025 graduates, will leave here with a plan for the future, each of us ready to pursue a dream. And one thing is certain: our plans will not go as we expect them to. One day soon, you will find yourself facing an unexpected hurdle in your life, and you might ask yourself the question, how can I move forward with confidence? Our answer, just like our question, can be similar to Maria's. In that moment in the concert hall, Maria had a choice to walk off the stage or to move forward in an almost impossible situation. She chose to do 3 things: rely on her preparation as a concert pianist, listen to the conductor cheering her on, and ultimately, just try. Although Maria hadn't prepared to play the piece, it had been part of her repertoire in the past. The piece was somewhere in the recesses of her mind. She just had to find it and hope that it was still intact. Similarly, our experiences at AF High have prepared us for what's ahead. They've even prepared us for the unexpected moments when the spotlight comes down and catches us off guard. Just like Maria listened to the conductor telling her that she could play the piece and play it well, we need to ignore the voices telling us we can't, and instead listen to our cheerleaders. My sophomore year, I was taking AP European History, and Mr. Poole and Mr. Franja told me that I should take the AP Worlds test in addition to the AP Euro test. Mr. Franja held study sessions during Flex to help students prepare for the exam. Honestly, in the beginning, I had no intention of taking the exam, but I showed up to the first sessions and learned about China and champa rice. Then, when I started to think that it might be a good idea, voices of doubt crept in. I was a sophomore, I had never taken an AP test, much less for a class I had never taken, and I had a lot on my plate. But Mr. Franja and Mr. Poole gave me the encouragement I needed. They believed in me, and come May, I took that test. They encouraged me to push forward, even when I was afraid of failure. Now, I'm glad I took the test, though it's a lot easier to say now that it's over. If I hadn't listened to them cheering me on, I never would have gone for it. As the time for Maria's opening notes approached, she turned to the conductor and said, "I'm going to try." She lifted her right hand to the keys and began to play. Then her left hand joined in, her fingers running up and down the keyboard as though she had played the piece the day before. Remarkably, she didn't miss a single note. Like Maria, we will stare down the unexpected. We will have to decide whether to try or to walk off the stage. Now is our time to leave this practice room and enter the spotlight. We will look into the future, raise our hands to the keys, and play our part. If we choose, we can rely on the years of preparation at AF High, listen to those who cheer us on, and just try. And, like Maria, we will know the rush of doing it, and doing it well. The audience is waiting, and the orchestra is rushing toward our cue. Time to put our hands on the keys and amaze ourselves.
That's okay. Welcome back, you guys.
I gotta tell you, thank you, that was amazing. Gave me chills. The speeches and performances have been outstanding so far. And I am so excited to show you guys the senior video created by our students and Mr. Braden Boss. It's really good. Welcome parents, family, and friends, and distinguished guests. Mayor Brad Frost, Board Member Sarah Beeson, Supervisor Doug Webb, and Executive Director Craig Brinkerhoff. I'd also like to recognize Superintendent Shane Farnsworth and thank him for his many years of service to the students and employees of Alpine School District. On a personal note, thank you for giving me the opportunity to become a principal many years ago, especially placing me at your favorite school in the district. I look forward every day to working with our amazing students and incredible faculty and staff. This is the first time I have done this at graduation, but I'd like to recognize our Employee and Teacher of the Year. They do not know about this. But please stand as you are recognized. Our Employee of the Year is our Registrar, Lisa Blacker. Our Teacher of the Year teaches math, reading, health, and how to function in life. Please stand, Mr. Sean Johnson. Thank you. At the start of the year, I shared a quote that hangs in my office from 11-time NBA champion Bill Russell. The most important measure of how good a game I played was how much better I'd made my teammates play. I challenge you to do one thing every day. Ask yourself, how can I make my teammates better? Now, as we gather to celebrate your achievements and the close of your high school journey, I want to revisit that challenge. But first, I want you to think about yourself 3 years ago. Go back into the mind of that young sophomore. Do you remember what you were worried about? Where are my classes? Am I going to have friends? Will I be successful? What do people think about me? Is Olivia Rodrigo the greatest artist of all time? Besides the last question, to which the answer is no, most of those questions are me-focused. I'll admit it right now. You, the class of 2025, were the wildest sophomore class most of us have experienced at American Fork High School. And now you stand before us as one of the most accomplished classes in our school's history. It's possible, and maybe even probable, that you have not accomplished all of your high school dreams, but rest assured, you have grown. We've talked about getting you ready for the real world, but you've been in the real world this whole time. You've experienced losing or not being the best at something. You've felt disappointment, sometimes even rejection. Many of you have experienced the loss of close family members or friends. High school is real life. And although there are definitely things you've learned here that you'll never need to know in the future, there are lessons you must remember. Maybe you'll recognize some of these phrases from your teachers and coaches. Love the challenge, love the process, love your teammates. You can't race hardcore unless you train hardcore. Squat up. And friends are friends forever. Stick with it. Good things are ahead. Madame loves you, but you've got to do the work. What a time to be alive. Teamwork makes the dream work. You got this. Suck it up and do it anyway. We can thank our wonderful retiring choir teacher, Mrs. Warby, for that one. And there are also one-word phrases like us and the word proud. Now, back to the challenge I mentioned earlier. Bill Russell also said there are times that I go into games now and consciously think, how can I make my teammates better today? And magically, that is when I have my best games. After today, you will all scatter into the world. Some will start your studies at a new institution of learning, some will learn new trades. All of you will be adapting to ever-changing technology. Some of you will face the challenges of learning new languages and cultures. You will take on new titles and more responsibilities. You will experience disappointment, loss, and rejection, but also success, love, and joy. Through this journey, know that when your focus is on lifting others, you will magically have your best days. This has proven true in my life, and I have seen it proven true in yours. After playing and coaching his last game for the Boston Celtics and winning his 11th championship, a reporter asked Bill Russell what he felt about the men in the locker room at that moment. Russell was overcome with emotion and struggled for words. He wiped the sweat of his brow, and the only thing he could utter was, "We are each other's friends." I feel that way about the people I work with, and I feel that way about you. We are each other's friends. As you come to the end of your high school journey, I hope you feel the same way about each other. Thank you for everything, class of 2025, and congratulations. And now, before I get to board member Sarah Beeson, I'd like to welcome the 6A state championship seniors from the 6A championship soccer team. What a day! American Fork High School. I love it. Okay. Congratulations, guys. Incredible. So proud of you. Board member Sarah Beeson, I certify that all of the graduates, please come up, Sarah Beeson. I certify that all of the graduates have completed all their requirements as set forth by Alpine School District and the Board of Education to graduate at this commencement.
Thank you, Principal Galan. On behalf of Alpine School District Board of Education, I happily accept the graduating class of American Fork High School 2025. Congratulations. Now, I'm not just saying this because I'm the board member over part of American Fork, but truly you have to know, out of the 10 high schools that we have in Alpine School District, there is something special about American Fork High. There just is. And I have to tell you that a lot of the talks today that you've already heard talk about your kindness and how friendly and kind you are, and you really are. I remember years ago someone said to me, the greatest form of kindness or charity that you can give to someone else is giving others the benefit of the doubt. And that is something that has stuck with me. And I know that as you go forth and you'll go into the world and there'll be some hard things, if you can keep in mind and remember who you are, that you came from American Fork High School, you're going to do great things. And we congratulate you and wish you the best of luck. Thank you.
Jaden Ray Belknap, Kate Blackhurst, Malia Bowen, Daphne Campbell, Camilla Pauletta Dement, Derek Diaz, Ashley Nicole Dupay, Sarah Jane Georgeson, Caleb Andrew Gray, William Hancock, Caden Benjamin Handy, Andrea Grace Harvey. Kennedy Ireland Joyce. Kirsten Page Law. Kamea Akalaya Hendo. Jackson David Lund. Katie Ann Moises. Nolan Brian Murdoch. Lincoln Eugene Nelson. Jared Tavita Rajarama.
Nicholas Owen Rasmussen. Caleb Benjamin Riding. Garrett James Robison. Jackson Eric Schrader. Robbie William Smith. Ellie Ann Sorensen. Robert Marshall Stoddard. Isaac Ray Stoker. Allison Walters. Holly Ray Adams. Tyler Critch Adamson. Ashlyn Elizabeth Allred. Calvin James Allred. Sarah Elizabeth Allred. Isabella Melo Reyes de Almeida. Andrew Caleb Alvey. Claire D. Anderson. Ellie Camille Anderson.
Kennedy Ray Anderson. Miley Elizabeth Anderson. Marissa Lexi Arade. Jocelyn Giselle Arello. Shirley Puella Aregla Hooker. Alfredo Arias Avia. Christian Daniel Arias Delgado. Dean Armstrong. Nathan Lars Arnold. Cincy K. Arrington. Bridger Dwayne Atkinson. Brindley Grace Atkinson. Easton Jeffrey Atwood. Joshua Ryan Atwood.
Lorenzo Kieran Aubrey Jones. Joseph Max Bailey. Paige Rebecca Bailey. Abigail Micah Baker. Hiram Isaias Baldemar. Benjamin Peter Baldwin. Jackson Raymond Ball. Evan James Barclay. Jenna Renee Bear. Olivia Britton Barkle. Cooper Rockwell Barron. Anders Wade Barron. Daniel Aaron Bartholomew. Paisley Bartholomew. Asher Maurice Beeson. Samuel David Belknap.
Dallin Riker Beeman. Joseph Ammon Bennett. Burke Robert Benyon. Trinity May Berry. Luke Reed Best. Craig Burchell. Mark Ecton Berkland. Cohen Clan Bishop. Reagan Ray Bishop. Reese Joy Bishop. Emmy Lou Myrlyn Blackhurst.
Jasmine May Blackwell Mena. Avery Page Blakely. Melanie Bajorquez Melesio. Spencer Frederick Boone. Jonathan Jacob Booth. Lincoln John Borgett. Allison Bolter. Justin Gage Bourgeois. Braylee Adrian Bowman. Kyle Bowman. Camille Amy Bracken. Jack Gordon Braithwaite. Dylan Matthew Brady. Olivia Mae Bratzman. Lincoln Prince Briggs. Addison Marie Brinkerhoff. Isabel Nicole Broken Leg. Hayes Cole Bromley. Amber Elizabeth Brown. Michael William Brown. Tobias Andre Burgos.
Tanner Scott Burr. Hazel Claire Burrows. Sakura Kamara Barton. Claire Jane Bushman. Jordan Jesse Bushman. Charlotte Nora Butler. Brandon Reed Cahoon. Anne Christine Calder. Diego Calderon. Caden James Campbell. Caden John Cardwell. Maddox Lee Carlisle. Bryant Daniel Carmine. George Adam Carson. Emberlyn Ruth Carter.
Carly Helen Carter. Caden Brian Carter. Emma Elizabeth Casper. Maria Belen Cedero Zabrano. Wade Robert Chapman. Benjamin Carter Cheek. Cosette Sophia Child. Asa Eugene Christensen. Calvin Lloyd Christensen. Hannah V. Christensen. Macy Christensen. Sophie Kohler Christensen. Jace John Christofferson. Cooper James Clark. Casey Alicia Clark. Rachel Olive Clark.
Gage Warner Klein. Sydney Jean Klinger. Brennan Russell Clinton. Jackson Stephen Cloward. Tyson Isaiah Cloward. Kaylee Ann Clough. Lily Ann Collier. Alexis Sophia Conger. Ellie Ray Conrad. Casey Chafin Conrad. Evelyn Brett Cook. Jaden Terry Cook. Catherine May Cooley. Olivia Cottrell. Olivia Amy Cowan. Emma Grace Cowie. Brendan Robert Craighead. Riker J. Crandall.
Taylor May Crandall. Brooklyn Diane Krim. Thomas Wayne Crow. Thomas Abraham Dahl. Connor Alexander Dahl. Isaac David Danzy. Amy Elizabeth Davis. Chloe Marie Davis. Dottie Sue Davis. Evangeline Davis. Jacob Matthew Davis. Pierce Matthew Davis. Aria Lindy Day. Camille Stephen de Morales Gomez. Oliver Griffin Dean. Skylar Troy Dean. Aaron Tyler Dean. Emily Shea Decker. Caden DeGroff, Isaac Howard Denny, Thomas Spencer Darrington, Taylor Elizabeth Duell, Lincoln Adam DeVinson,
Ireland Rain Diamond, Isabella Marie Dietz, Rockwell Joseph Dillard, Braden Michael Diddy, Isabella Lynn Dobson, Christian Henry Dowse, Lauren Emily Doyle, Crew D. Draney, Michaela Opal Driscoll, Luis Alberto Duran, Roger Drake Durfee, Henry Matsom Durham, Treg Devin Dyer, Kelsey Eves, Estelle Kate Edmonds, Anna Claire Edmonds, Destiny Ann Elder,
Bridger Allen Eldridge, Braden Ellsworth, Alexander Albano Elwood, Cole Emery, Sage May Ernst, Trevor Mark Erskine, Bailey Christine Evans, Caden Jack Evans, Ani Jewel Fackrell, Sophie Lynn Fairbanks, Connor Owen Farley, Eliza Joy Farr, Jackson Gilbert Fellingham, Carly Furkovich, Jane Nora Fetzer, Kylie Renee Finch, Luke Ireland Finlay, Justin William Vithian, Deborah Rose Fletcher, Ella Hope Flick, Kale Reese Flinders, Hadley Flynn, Lily Grace Follett, Ryan Thomas Foote, Kaylee Dawn Fortier, Cole James Fox, James Fraken, Peyton J. Franson, Chase Lynn Fugel,
Saxon Nathan Gailey, David Kenneth Gaisford, Boston Tate Gallagher, David Emanuela Garcia, Brielle Faith Gardner, Ava Angela Gardner, Harrison Kent Gardner, Tyler J. Garrett, Santino Gabriel Gardito, Mauricio Campos Garzon, Madison K. Gessel, Aiden Gifford, Daniel Michael Giles, Jackson Ammon Glazer, Mia Pilar Godet Nunez, Dallas Cody Gokeritz, Elise Shauna Golightly, Jackson Everest Goling, Abigail Bailey Gonzalez,
Carla Antonia Gonzalez Guaico, Jonathan Daniel Gonzalez Santos, Isaac Gordon, Christopher Joseph Gray, Easton Clint Gray, Riley Marie Gray, Colin Green, Odin Barrett Green, Preston Odell Green, Isaac Ryan Greening, Debris Ann Greenwood, Owen Paul Greenwood, Cassidy A. Griffiths, Emma K. Gwynn, Xander Payne Gunderson, Abigail Marie Gunter, Nathaniel Carter Haas, Carson Wesley Hackett, Chenga Haidu, Kennedy Hale,
Maxim Forrest Hale, Summer Linda Hall, Ashley Ann Hammond, Cielo Kiku Numepale Hanemalke, Abigail Layla Hansen, Emma Jane Hansen, Mallory Gail Hansen, Sabrina Hansen, Savannah Faye Hansen, Hannah Denise Hansen, Adeline Susan Harding, Beckett David Harmon, Quinn Lamont Harmon, Mary Isabella Hare, Thomas Ronald Harmon, Luis Ernesto Haro Alvarez, Malachi Arvone Harper, Amelia Ruth Harris,
Emily Ann Harris, Jed Holden Harris, Brinley Harrison, Caden Jacob Harrison, Dawson Glenn Hartman, Kendra Adelia Hartshorn, Savannah Harward, Samson Pete Harward, Caitlin Elizabeth Hatch, Sky Elise Havard, Grace Victoria Holly, Caitlin Heiner, Cameron Matthias Hennon, Arturo Hernandez Castro, Jonel Hernandez, Destiny Jade Hernandez, Luis Hernandez, Maximus J. Hess, Grace Dorothy Hobson, Bethany Lynn Hoffman, Jack McCune Hollingshead, Megan Amy Hollingsworth, Melanie Faith Holman, James William Horn, Colin John Horsley, Presley J. Houghton,
Costin Seth Hubert, Caleb Preston Huff, Connor Lee Huggard, Brianne Hunt, Dakin Brannigan Hunter, Taylor Ann Hunsaker, Andrew Jeffrey Ingersoll, Crew Jared Ingersoll, Holly Ann Ivy, Kelsey Lynn Ivy, Ellie Jackson, Erin Lynn Jackson, Katie Jean Jackson, Levi Michael Jacobs, Ava Rose Jacobson,
Michaela Lorraine Jeffs, Jacob Jack Jensen, Lily Jo Jensen, Ambry Jade Jensen, Abigail Jane Johnson, Cruz Michael Johnson, Dylan Bay Johnson, Ella Johnson, Evan McKay Johnson, Tatum Lily Johnson, Braylon Craig Johnston, Bailey Sarah Jonas, Cooper Shay Jones, Drew Edward Jones, Jacob Ryan Jones, Emily Ann Jordan, Graydon Tyler Leifson. Chloe Lefgren. Logan Gerald Lane. Lily Larson. Taylor J. Larson. Ella Kate Larson. Alexander David Larson. Liz Marie Isabel Hernandez. Stockton Paul Conold. Delaney Knight.
Carly Monica Kimball. Caitlin Rebecca Keys. Teague Cole Kelly. Cora Kennington. Brecken Houston Kelly. Logan Joshua Keith. Sean Karen. Jessica Serenity Junker. Matthew Bennett Judson. Sadie Rose Curley. Emma Nicole Lewis. Christian Liddell. Brigham David Lind. Ethan Jeffrey Lindsay. Cannon Jack Littlefield. Miguel Angel Lodona Silva. Alexa Rose Long. Trevor John Lovell. Elam Jose Lauder. Madison Ann Lubin.
Logan Lunt. Benjamin Wilson Mas. Joe Felipe Machado Souza. Lauren Maddock. Felicity Melalani McElvey. Owen Scott Marsing. Jace Alexander Marthas. Sarai Elena Martinez. Luisa Martin Silva de Castro. Annabella Lynn Mastarino. Alexis Haley Mason. Emma Jensen Massey. Sarah Rebecca Mathis. Avery Joe Mattison. Peyton John Mon. Emma Elizabeth Maxwell. Daxon Gordon Macbeth.
Tyson Dale McClellan. Isabel McDonald. Gavin Michael McGrew. Jordan Christopher McKell. Ella K. McKendrick. Kennedy Lynn McKinney. Axel Michael Kim McNeil. Sarah Grace McQuivy. Jacob Sean McHorter. Bridger Woods Meacham. Brooklyn Lydia Meacham. Maxwell Brian Meacham. William Allen Miney. Lindsay Melville. Joshua Aaron Merrill. Braylon Messenger. Isaac David Miller. Coda Justice Miller. Maxwell Tolbert Miller. Riker Blaine Miller.
Lila Mae Millward. Tanner James Minor. Bryce Allen Minier. Madison Caitlin Mitchell. Michael Caden Mitchell. Isabella Gracie Monk. Lady Judith Montiel Juarez. Carter Sterling Moore. Harley Kemp Moore. J. Todd Moore. Axel Andres Morales Castro. Kaylin Miley Mortensen. Anna Elise Moritzen. Matthew Robert Muhlstein. Micah Irwin Murdoch. Mason Scott Murray. McKenna Music. Caitlin Myers. Ryan Nagpal. Jose Angel Naranjo. Mia Navarez Garcia. Caleb Ryan Needleman. Darlene Nelson. Hallie Nelson. Jacob Mitchell Nelson.
Jacob Price Nelson. Joel Ryan Nelson. Rachel Marie Nelson. Seth David Earl Nelson. Jameson Wayne Newton. Hannah Elaine Newell. Afton Marie Nielsen. Jeannie Wynn. Bronson Mark Niebergall. Danny Ann Nielsen. Taylor Mina Kaloha Aloha Knight. Derek Noreika. Hannah Leigh Norman. Haley Noel Norton. Kelsey Emmeline Norton. Faith Nidegger. Claire Jean Ocam. Kylie Rose Ogan. Rayleigh Oliveras. Evan Lloyd Olmsted. Daniel Ray Olson.
Megan Grace Olson. Sierra Olson. Madison May Oram. Leslie Ortiz. Jace Thomas Orton. Luke Jonathan Osmond. Samuel Brian Osmond. Elizabeth Ann Owen. Mia Grace Packard. Brianna Nicole Pagwai. Corbin Palmer. Sipatli Sarai Palomo Maciel. Chloe Parker. Marcus J. Payne. Maxwell Allen Penrod. Camry Perry. Samuel Hanson Peterson. Cesar Patino. Rachel Jeanette Phillips. Andrew Lee Pierce. Isabella Sarah Peire. Fernanda Karen Poblete.
Adam L. Polister. Brooklyn Aaron Potts. Stanley A. Pope. Caitlin Poppinger. Ethan Bills Porter. Kate Eliza Porter. Reagan Renee Porter. George Polito Portillo. Kobe Alexander Pound. Jaden Marciano Prisado. Gentry Ann Price. Kyson Richard Price. Kennedy Elizabeth Priday. Owen Thomas Proctor. Abigail Pulsifer. Christina Michelle Cuyano. Ben Maddox Quinn. Elias D. Randall. Rosie Randall. Jacob William Rauch. Brian Razzo Martinez. Carlos Andrew Trigadina. William Emmett Red.
Taylor Jesse Rencher. Alyssa Naomi Reynolds. Jacob Travis Reynolds. Trenton David Rhodes. Owen Porter Rich. Cohen Gage Richards. Anton Ratnar. Ayla Elizabeth Robeson. Alyssa Marie Roberts. Kennedy Rain Roberts. Ashton Dale Robertson. Riker Chad Robinson. Andrew Nibley Rogers. Natalie Louise Rogers. Rosemary Nicole Romero Vargas. Alan Rosado Reyes. Diego Lehi Rosado Reyes. Aviano Rosales.
Austin Brent Rose. Trenton Jeffrey Rose. Kiana Joe Ross. Britton McKay Roteson. Coleman Roylance. Blake Patrick Rubert. Katie Elsie Russell. Daniel Chantel Saldalo Espinosa. Ricardo Julian San Andreas. Francisco Javier Sanchez Mata. Nathan Daniel Sanchez. Nestor Akeem Sandoval Reyes. Raquel Sandoval. Jarrett P. Santiago. Sasha Sauer.
Jacob Michael Schmuel. Esty Taya Schneider. Brinley Marta Scow. Gavin Schwab. Brooklyn P.J. Seals. Brinley Chantel Siemens. Jeremiah Rex Seaver. Kai Nathan Sellers. Julia Shaw. Rihanna Laurel Shelley. Sophia Levon Shelley. Spencer Slack Shipley. Paige Ship. Samantha Shock. Sabrina E. Silva. Cavalcante A Silva. Kira Allison Sinsich. Elsa Flynn Skousen. Kate Skousen. Gavin Harold Skoy. Joseph Gregory Slade. Drake Slattery. Aniston Sophia Smith. Kaya Mackenzie Smith. Maisie Joe Smith.
Donovan Byron Sylvie. Makai Warren Smith. Molly Kate Smith. Porter Jack Smith. Rachel Lane Smith. Samantha Gwen Smith. Taylor Lynn Smith. Izette Damares Solis. Mason Michael Solosco. Haley Grace South. Savannah Robin South. Tyson Devin Spahn. Elijah Norman Speck. Thomas Stephen Squires. Easton Stahili. Coleman Stouffer. Zoe Ivalou Stevens. Mason Daniel Stillman. Caitlin Elizabeth Stolk. Olivia May Summerhays.
Dallin Charles Swallow. Madeline Grace Swallow. Yasmin Alejandra Stevens. Sella Swan. Sydney Mia Swanson. Caitlin Jade Swenson. McKenna Nicole Sykes. Jasmine Elizabeth Zooks. Roberto Adan Tapia Aro. Ada Marie Taylor. Ethan Joseph Taylor. Surrey Ann Taylor. Leah Alexandria Tierlink. Madison Betsy Teles. Sierra Mae Thames. Keaton Cheyenne Thatcher. Daniel Paul Thomas. Glenna Ann Thomas. Caleb Mack Thompson. Maddox Justin Thompson. William Lawrence Thorley.
Lucy Bell Thornley. Roosevelt Marie Thresher. Cameron Victor Thurman. Taylor Kavika Thurman. Cade Joseph Tobo. Noah Alexander Torkelson. Brody M. Transtrom. Eliza Naomi Tubbs. Campbell Nadia Tweedy. Angel Esteban Uriles. Brandon W. Upham. Topi Moeofi Baki. Gavin Daniel Van Workum. Armando Vasquez. Dariani Darusi Villalobos. Natasha Alina Vamahi. Sage Alexis Bowler.
Mallory C. Walbrook. Mia Jane Watson. Isaac Nathaniel Weekly. Tristan Weeks. Carter Ashton Weiss. Ashton Tyler Westcott. Azure Nicole Westcott. Robert Jace Whitby. Andrew Jonathan Whitelock Jr. Haley Whitford. Luke Rogers Whitney. Penelope Rose Widdison. Charles Wesley Hinton Wiggins. Annie Wilson. Caden Wynn. Widdison.
Caleb Royal Widdison. Andrew Micah Wilder. Haley Ann Wilkins.
Halei Halia William Ka'opu'ulani Willie.
Atlee Lane Williams. Alexander Scott Williams. Jackson Reed Williams. Presley Elisa Williams. Zoe Ellen Wright. Lincoln Andrew Jefferson Witt. Sophie Elaine Witt. Caitlin Ann Wisner. Cale Eugene Worthington. Ashley Ann Zundell.
John Carlos Agramonte Peralta. Lara Sofia Carlicano. Javier Sanchez Gutierrez. Daniel Joel Ainsworth. Joshua Earl Elder. Jamila Gonzalez Mora. Tate Truman Gunther. Gunnar Brett Jepson. Aiden Lynn Keefe. Xander Emmons Kent. Madison Grace Lonsdale. Alicia Mae Magnuson. Christian Scott Manning. McKenna McNall. Brooklyn Alice Mitchell. Ilanwi Cherie Mori. Ashlyn Elise Roos.
6A state champion Lewis Wayne connects. Preston Charles Osborne. Benjamin Hess. Jaden Gregory Brown. Samuel Aaron Nedesheim. Miller Scott Hall. Gavin Bartlett Nash. Jackson Philip Dingus. Ryan Benjamin Wynn. Easton Stryker Draney. Hudson Frank Rios. Dimitri James Larson. Ian Ted Brinkerhoff.
Michaela Nicole Weaver. Megan Elena Tracy. Elizabeth Jean Tall. Marin Brielle Smith. Adri Sandberg. Jacob Merkley. Samuel Garrett Parker. Brenton James Wynn. Sarah Louisa McCulloch. Molly McCarroll. Hannah Martinez Peckgore.
Porter Cap Johnson. Chelsea Jane Johnson. Elizabeth Shirley Johns. Nohelani Lynn Fisher. Reagan Runnels. Preston Marshall Roque. Breland Walker. Cohen Scott Starr. Leah McBride. James Gordon Funk. Matthew William Dolinar. David Blaine Clayton. Callie Ann Georgeson. Marin Jen Christensen. Kate Elizabeth Carneseca. Calvin Dale Butler. Jordan Christopher Burke. Joshua Blaine Brown. Dallin Noyuki Brinkerhoff. Adelie Bastian. Taven Mac Jensen. Truman Sawyer James.
Benjamin Jacob Zeitner. Amelia Streeter. Isaac Oline Peterson. Taylor Ashley Morgan. Isaac Richard Loser. Cambria Iris Hassler. Sarah Jane Susan Lemon. Connor Adam McDaniel. Caleb Anthony Parker. Andalyn Ruth Roberts. Raquel Isabella Taveras. Luke Ryan Alsop. Kimberly Ray Auerkamp. Jackson Daniel Noble. Casey Darrell Ingo. Bryn Hopkins. Elizabeth Suzanne Gardner, Maxwell John Dixon, Nash Bradley Clinton, Matthew James Anderson, Catherine May Leach,
Bryson Porter Moyes, Carly Rose Havili, Abigail Rose Coombs, Madeline Sophia Sell, Daniel Joel Monson, Kendall Elizabeth Adams, Jocelyn Hale Bench, Cassidy Brooke Drown, Damian Parker Dunn.
Wearing the tassel on the right side before graduation symbolizes our time as a high school student. When we move the tassel to the other side, we are confirming our newfound status as a high school graduate. Graduates, please stand. You may now move your tassel from the right side to the left side of your cap. Congratulations, we did it! Okay, please enjoy the senior video produced by our very own Cave TV. Following the video, we invite everyone to stand and sing the school song, led by one of our student body officers, Daniel Monson.
American Fork High is more than just a school.
It's a heartbeat. A tradition.
A story that keeps growing. Here, every color matters.
But there's one that runs through everything we do. Red.
Red is bold. It's fierce.
It's unstoppable.
It's you.
It's me.
It's us. But that doesn't just happen.
Not an accident.
We are bold.
Fierce. And unstoppable.
Because of those who came before us.
The teams that played under these lights.
The students who walked these halls.
The voices that filled these spaces with energy,
Passion. And purpose.
They built this.
So did you. So did I.
We built this.
respecting the red means respecting each other.
Lifting up a teammate.
Supporting a classmate.
Taking pride in the work we put our name on. Respect isn't just about the big moments either.
It's in the everyday ones.
The quiet grind. The unnoticed efforts.
The friends.
And the teachers that push us to be better.
Because American Fork High School is only as strong as the people who make it.
That's you.
That's me.
That's us.
Oh, and parents? It's you too.
When we respect the red, we're not just part of history.
We're creating it. We leave our mark.
Every day.
in every way.
And now, it's our turn to carry it forward.
Are you ready? Here we go.
They'll look back at what we built.
And they'll know exactly what it means to respect the red.
And with that, let's stand up and sing the AF fight song. Dear old AF High.
To remain in their seats until the graduates have left the arena. Once all graduates have exited, you may meet your student outside the arena. Thank you for coming, and congratulations to the class of 2025!